Those ships belong to a group of beings called the Syrians. Okay? The Syrians are not located in the Sirius star system. A lot of these Syrians come from Orion. These Syrians come from a planet called Orion, and that's exactly the type of ships they have. And it was certain Syrians that did aid and assist the Pleiadians in doing what they did. It was some Syrians that helped the Pleiadians when they helped the human beings by hijacking the ships from Egypt. Egypt is a planet. The original Egypt is a planet. I repeat, Egypt is a planet, not a fucking country. The Egypt here that they call Egypt, that's named after the planet. I mean, even if you go back in certain texts, it's people that'll tell you the ancient Egypt of old that was talked about is over here in America with 3 Ks. That's a fact. But it was never really called even ancient Egypt. Like, that's a word we use because it's been used out there to describe a certain group of beings, which is like the Egyptians. But that we never really called the planet, even as we was following the frequency, we never really called it like that moment in period in ancient Egypt when things was going on that you hear about in the text. That happened over here in America with 3 Ks. That's true. That's true. All the things that was happening in ancient Egypt was happening right here in America with 3 Ks. That's a fact. The Mississippi River and the Nile River is the same. All that's a fact. But I'm going to do a lecture on Africa. And I'll get more into detail with that. But these Syrians in the beginning did help the Pleiadians, you know. And it was certain Syrians, not all. Because like I say, it's duality on everywhere. As above, so below. So just like here, you got all black people not bad, right? All Latino people not bad, right? These are just the names and titles they call us. Of course, we know our real names. They're just, you know, the grad of people that's just coming in and might not know that we gods and goddesses, right? They still need to know who I'm talking about. So, okay. You got black people that's bad. You got black people that's good. You got Latinos that's bad. Latinos that's good. White people, versa, all around Asians, right? You got that in everything, duality. As above, so below. So it's the same thing in the cosmos. You got to understand that first and foremost. It's not too much shit that's happening here that's not happening in the cosmos from an energy perspective. Families disagree in the cosmos on other planets. Motherfuckers fight. People go to war. People get into it. It's disagreements. Now we're more unified in the cosmos. It's not as like perverted as it is here. Like on this planet, the energy is just fucking perverted to the point where like it's a different type of disrespect that goes on, like the way the beings on this planet handle each other because of the light code lockdown. So even down to the way I've handled my avatar at particular times in my life when I was trying to remember who I was, you know what I'm saying, and in my younger states in this physical avatar, we are a lot more hoax from our essence because of the light code lockdown from our oppressors, just by a lot of us not even knowing that we have oppressors. See, on other planets, when war took place, we always knew that it was oppressors. So that's why a lot of extraterrestrial races don't mind helping this planet, because they understand that there's a lot of beings on this planet that just do not know that they are being oppressed. They do not know the history, so they really never had an actual chance to really like even get on their journey, like, because this planet was hijacked. So by being hijacked, like they was doing something completely different scientifically to the beings on this planet that really goes against the laws of the cosmos. Like, you know, like you don't affect nobody's sovereignty like the way they have, and that's what put them in cosmic violation and spiritual violation, because the beings that have been running this planet, who hijacked it and landed here, they literally completely eradicated the sovereignty of all the beings on this planet. So it's a lot different. It's a lot different here. But in the cosmos, it's still as above, so below. You know, like, for the most part. It's just not as perverted. It's just not as perverted, you know. But you gotta just, you know, you gotta understand that it was, like I say, when the Pleiadians were the ones who came to the human beings when they were on planet Egypt. The human beings were stuck on planet Egypt because they had been sent there by Zeus because they turned on Zeus. So when the human beings turned on Zeus and went to war with Zeus and the orcs on planet Nern, then once they finally got back in control and got the humans in control, they rounded them all up and they sent them to planet Egypt. So on planet Egypt, that's where the Pleiadians first made contact with the human beings. And then that's when you had certain fallen gods who left planet Nern and went to Egypt with the Pleiadians posing as Alpha Draconian reptilians, agreeing to help the human beings get off Egypt. And along with the human beings would help when they got to this planet. You know, so which those 13 families did that. They helped. When they got to this planet, they helped the Pleiadians and reptilians take over this planet. That's why those 13 families will always be good with the Pleiadians and reptilians. But they can't fuck with the rest of the human beings or us. So that's why the 13 families, I don't think the 13 families don't want to fuck with the human beings. I know they don't want to fuck with us at all. But like the Rothschilds, Bilderberger groups, Illuminati, like all these big names, all these big families and shit like that people want to put titles on and shit. Or Rothschild, Bilderberger groups, Rockefellers, and on, you know. I mean, a lot of them probably will fuck with the human beings, but they got a covenant with the reptilians and the Pleiadians. And they not that strong, you know what I'm saying? They strong, but they not strong as us. And they definitely not stronger than the reptilians and the Pleiadians. So it's like, you know, they forced to play their role. So that's why that's why the 13 families don't fuck with y'all human beings. That's why they treat y'all like they treat us. Like you know, that's why they treat not for real though. That's why they treat y'all like that. Like they make white people in America think they really got privilege, but they really don't though. It's just like a little more than black people, right? So it's not really too much of a difference. They'll still take your job. They'll still make you pay taxes on money. They'll still make you. I mean, look, black people and Latino people are not supposed to pay taxes. The guys and guys are not supposed to pay taxes. Definitely because it's our land. But human beings shouldn't pay taxes neither, just because the people that stole the land, which is your people, they don't pay taxes. So they basically fuck both of us, you know what I'm saying? You know, really, that's all that really happened. And just being honest, you know, just keeping it real up rich, like, human beings shouldn't pay taxes strictly because they y'all people. Shit. I mean, they took the shit from us, so they should be fucking with y'all, but they don't. And we shouldn't pay taxes because it's our land. You know what I'm saying? It's just like that. So, but understand that because it's these 5,000 worlds, billion worlds, if you don't want to believe me when I've been saying it, that this is what I'm talking about when I'm talking about the cosmic history in here, right? When I make lectures about the trolling and shit like that, I only make them type of lectures to point out what's going on by the elites by the oppressors who are trying to stop this information from getting out there. That's what them lectures get made for. Or even when they fuck with me, I gotta let y'all know about that. You know what I'm saying? Because what we talking about is dangerous. The information that we sitting there talking about, I'm talking about this with y'all, and this isn't like a private class. The shit I'm telling y'all is real, and it's deep, and we saying this in front of thousands of people. We don't know who the other. It's 4,000 people on live. We don't know who all in here watching live. You know what I'm saying? But them the risks I take because I understand it's a cosmic war. You know what I'm saying? I understand that they got power, but they don't have more power than the ancestors or the cosmic forces that sent me. You know what I'm saying? Or sent us down here to do what we supposed to do. So it's just about everybody understanding it's a war. And in a lot of these movies, they just document the war and sell it back to you as a movie. You know what I'm saying? You got to know when they making Eternals, that shit is about us. We the Celestials that was turned on, and one of our other brothers was frozen. You know what I'm saying? Like, even when I told you they did that with Ocean, I say that's why I don't even like to say the ocean, because the real ocean is by the Bermuda Triangle. I did a lecture on that. That's the real ocean. That's one of our ancestors. He's a part of the liquid families, the aquatic family. So he's liquid based. That's one of our ancestors. They got him trapped down in the Bermuda Triangle with the pyramid, one of our ancient pyramids, right? But at the same time, that's also why can't no ships or nothing go through the Bermuda Triangle. You see what I'm saying? Because they be fucking them up. But outside of that, the other bodies of water that you see, those are not oceans. Those are seas. You know what I'm saying? Those are seas. We never had oceans. Ocean is the name of one of our ancestors. We had seas and we have seas